The umpires are here. The coaches are here. The players are here. I'm here. You know what that means? That can mean one thing is that high school baseball is ready to play once again. It's featuring, as you can tell by the title, the Black and Green Brigade, the Highland Hornets, and the Copley Indians. Now, we are 12-2 on the season, and we haven't played that many games this year, mainly due in part due to the weather not cooperating, whether it's cold, or rainy or whatever the heck it is. Copley is 6-13 on the season in completed games this year. They have one tie as well. Let me assure you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, it's that this game is going to be a good one because we could be seeing history here, folks. Jay Grissom, head coach of the Highland Hornets, is at career win number 199 here at Highland. If he wins today, if you do the simple math, that means he's at 200. And we welcome you here to Copley High School. Tommy Maroon here for WHBW, reminding you to hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon. Yeah, I know next time we go live out here, which will hopefully be, if time permitting, tomorrow when we take on Notre Dame Academy in a game of high school girls lacrosse. And this will hopefully not be the last time we are here at Copley High School this week. For if Highland boys lacrosse wins tomorrow, and of course, boys lacrosse over CVCA, we'll be going to Copley Stadium to take on the Indians in a game of high school boys lacrosse in the playoffs. Yeah, I can't believe the playoffs are already here. Softball, it begins Thursday when we take on Westlake. For what do you call it? Lacrosse, of course, it starts tomorrow. For both boys and girls lacrosse, it starts tomorrow. And for baseball, it's starting next week. Yeah, we're almost there. And yes, the brackets did drop, ladies and gentlemen. What does it look like? You might be wondering. I tell you what it looks like. It's going to be us against Massillon Perry in the district semifinals. Remember, folks, we're Division II now. In Division II, you basically make it to the districts without doing anything. So districts aren't what they used to be. But you know what I say? I say state title's a state title. Nobody's going to remember who you play. Nobody's going to remember any of the divisions and whatnot. They're just going to remember if you won a state title. You know? Hope you know, folks. Sorry, folks. Just had to fix something. Anyways, as I was saying, we would, if we beat Massillon Perry, which looks very certain, we would take on either the winner of Stolen North Olmsted, or if they win over Washington, we'll play the winner of that game. So Washington's already in the what do you call it, district semifinals. They'll take on the winner of Solon North Olmsted, and we'll take on one of those three schools in the district finals, as long as if Perry does not pull off a miraculous upset. Pretty good they don't upset us. I mean, what, we're 12-2 on the season. I saw Max Prep's rankings. We're number 41 in the state of Ohio. And we would take on Walsh in the regions. That would be at Gilmore Academy. So there is that. As Copley takes the field, we're almost ready to get this show on the road. Yes, sirree. Jalen Owens is on the mound for those Copley Indians today. As we're up here at left center field, like we usually are for high school baseball against Copley. Tell you, it's pretty muddy over there. I walked over there. It was not fun due to all the mud. Looking at everything, catching would be Brody Petrie. At first would be Jack Urechko. Yep, Jack Urechko. And at second would be Alex Estefan. Looking at third, that would be Snelling. Brett Snelling, to be exact. Brett Snelling. And then after that, at short would be Austin Vargo. At left is James Waterman. At center, it looks like it'll be Will Gilberg. And at right, I think can't tell from here, but just, excuse me. It looks like it's a left-handed thrower. Would it be Hemmelrick? Freddie Hemmelrick? I think it might be. Our starting lineup looks a little like this: Colton Winston, Casey Meisler, Grady Gibb, Dan Miller, Nick Dubkowski, Luke Girding, Cole Fernandez, Parker Janikis, and Will Rogas. We will have Reed Oney on the mound today, hopefully for number 200 for Mr. Grissom. If you talk to him, he's not focused on that. He's focused on just beating Copley today and hopefully getting to a state championship. You know, with a guy like Mr. Grissom, Jay Grissom right there is making his walk behind the plate to third base. You know, anything can happen with him. He's a good coach and he's a good dude. So Colton will lead off for the Black and Green Brigade out here on this picture perfect Monday. Not too warm, not too cold. You know what they say? Just right. Just right would be very appropriate for this. Copley doesn't really have that many players out there today. I saw Coach Stobbs and Coach Winston were talking it over. They saw only 11 dudes out there, even though my roster has way more than 11 dudes for Copley. This is a nice field, I'll say that. Grass field. Not turf, but still pretty decent nonetheless. One thing I forgot about this old stadium when it used to, or before renovations and stuff, is that sometimes the wall would hide behind the wall, if you know what I mean. Like there would be, it would not connect. But here we go. Hornets, Indians, first pitch is fouled back. Great to have you aboard. Time energy to play by play announcer. Hope you're getting a good look at the action right now, folks. As it is a glorious Monday. I know you don't like Mondays, but at least it's all right today, the weather. 0-2 to Colton. Owens on the mound. We've lost twice this year. Both were conference games, unfortunately. But we're still up top the American Conference for now as Colton's going to be playing that one off. 1-2. So here we go again. Trying it again. 1-2 from Jalen. Rolls one foul back. Only bounced one foul back. Tomorrow's Youth Day for Highland baseball, where all the kids are going to be celebrated and stuff. That should be fun. Colton's going to bounce one to second. Easy play right there. Throw down to first. Diving Colton. My goodness, one gone. There's that. He tripped on his own feet. Regardless, one gone. Casey Miser's up. JC, of course, for the Bobcats the next year in baseball. Coach Grissom must be proud. I mean, he's had two dudes out there commit to Ohio, and Hunter Winston, of course, left-handed pitcher for the Bobcats, and of course now Casey next year. They'll be teammates again as the first pitch misses upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. As you might expect from a D1 commit, Casey's having himself a fine season. Let me assure you that. As he takes a strike 1-1. Baseball is one of those sports where if you fail 3 out of 10 times, or really nowadays 3 out of 4 times, you're still considered pretty good at your job. 2-1 as that one misses low. Yep, sun is trying to fight its way out there today. A bit blustery to say the least. Wind pushing out towards the outfield as noted by the American flag that's off screen, but take my word for it. 1-2 to Casey. That's what I'm talking about right there. It's blowing out to the outfield, so there is that. Usually I don't see that for Highland baseball at least, as that one's a little upstairs. Good, 2-2. I thought it was 2-2. But Owens is getting ready. And it's 4-2 actually now. Casey walked. So there is that. So Owens draws or gives up a walk. Grady Gibb, our first baseman, is up to bat. Grady, of course, quarterback for the Hornets earlier this year. Well, he ain't thinking about football because he's a senior. He's thinking about baseball. Besides, this is baseball season anyways. Grady takes for strike 1, 0-1. Casey can steal bags at times. Let me assure you that. He's really good at that. And the 0-1 is high and in. 1-1 to Grady. So rare I got to do a baseball game this year, considering all the, what do you call it? I'll pick off attempt, try and get Casey. He did not. Considering the fact that I do public address announcing for Highland baseball, I get paid $20 a pop for that. Not to mention, I've only played 14 full games this year. It's not many. Grady is down walking, so it was actually 0-2. It becomes 0-3. Kind of hard to tell from this angle. That's where the bleachers are. Dan Miller, the designated hitter's up. 2 gone in the top half of the first inning. See what Dan can do out here. First pitch coming up. That's in there 0-1. Of course, the one thing when it comes to the brackets, and I'll tap on it a little bit, is the inconvenient location. As the 0-1 hit high in the air, foul and way back. Dan hit that thing a mile high and a mile high backwards. 0-2 to Mr. Miller. He's waiting. Jalen Owens looking for hitless first inning out here. He got it all right. Striking out Dan Miller. So no runs, no hits. Did get a walk. Just one walk. So who's the lineup? What's the lineup, rather, for Copley? I'll tell you what the lineup is for Copley. Brody Petrie, followed by James Waterman, followed by Jack Urechko, followed by number 15, that would be Gavin Miller, followed by number 7, that would be Will Gilberg to be exact. Then it would be Brett Snelling. After Snelling comes Alex Estefan, and then Jalen Owens, and after that would be, let's see here, Vargo. That would be, well, who is Vargo, you might be wondering? Austin Vargo, that's who. Excuse me. But don't excuse this team, folks. Redoni on the mound today. Cole Fernandez catching. Grady at first. Parker Janikis at second. Will Rogas moves over to short as Anthony DePompe has a toe injury, so he won't be playing today. Nick Dubkowski at third. Dan Miller playing DH, of course, as he pitched last Saturday at Kent. At left field is Luke Girding. At center field, Colton Winston. Right field, Casey Miser. But there is that. And hopefully we have what it takes to win this one. Coach Grissom would love to pick up his 200th career win at Highland High School. Been here since 2014, if I'm not mistaken. He's done a mighty good job. 2-time district champion, 1-time region champion. There's one team that wants to win the region. If there's one team that's capable of winning the region, it'll be this team right here. Ray Fantazzi, the head coach of the Copley Indians. He is assisted by Angelo Forcioni, Scott Chonyard, and Ted Lezak. Hope I pronounced that correctly. If I did not, I apologize. Brody Petrie, the catcher, leads off. That's not every day you see that, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, a pretty calm atmosphere out here today. There's the first pitch coming up here. Redoni. Ooh, that got back to the backstop. Cole couldn't even get a piece of that. As I was saying with the district finals is out in Struthers, which is past the Inns belt of Youngstown. 2-0, meanwhile, to Brody Petrie. Reed gets ready once again. He will let it go. This one's hit high in the air out to deep left. Luke Girding, does he have a play? Yes, one gone. Good catch right there. That was hit mighty hard, if I were to say so myself. As here is number 12. That's right, folks. James Waterman. Copley's only got 3 seniors on this team. That's not many. As compared to 13 seniors out here for us. That's the reason why you see a lot of people want to play Highland baseball. Coach Grissom's a winner. Ball 1 outside. Out in Struthers, for God's sake. That's an hour 15 east of here. It's not like we're playing any Youngstown schools. We're playing, there's a strike, 1-1. We'd be playing either Washington or Solon or North Olmsted. Clearly, none of those schools near Struthers. Never been to their stadium, as you might expect, as this one's hit out to shallow left center field. Girding will catch it. Good beat right there by Luke to gone. So now it's Jack Urechko. I think. 2 quick outs for Redoni. It's Jack Urechko. He's number 2 for Copley. He's the first baseman. As you might expect to have first baseman, he bats third. Reed's first pitch to Urechko. Swung on and hit out to right field. Is that going to be in play? No, it's not. Man, oh man, I'm not willing to drive an hour 15 east. That, my friends, is way, way, way too far. That would drive me nuts. I'm pretty sure we all know that by now. So here we go. So 0-1 coming up. Bounces it. Bounces it to Cole. Everything's all right, though. If we win, we'd probably be dealt Walsh once again. That would be at Gilmore Academy. Gilmore Academy out of Gates Mills. Fouled back 1-2. So that's a little more manageable, I would say. I looked from my house. It's about 30 some odd minutes, so I could definitely do that. Struthers, I don't know if I can do that. 1-2 is outside, and it's 2-2. At least I could have sworn it's 2-2. Anyways, regardless, Reed is going to throw his pitch, and he got him swinging. Foul tip in the mid, actually, and that concludes matters in the first inning. Neither school got a hit in the first inning. Who's the umpires, you might be wondering? It's Nick Dubkowski, Luke Girding, Cole Fernandez. Not a bad 5, 6, 7 spot. But Jalen Owens, let me assure you, he is a junior. He's 3-3 on the season. He's batting 8th in the lineup for the Copley Indians. As we've played about 1/7 of this ball game. Yes, I'm keeping track of that. I don't know if the scoreboard's working or whatnot. I can't really tell. I don't think it is, at least. That's odd. Just as odd as the fact that we're playing in Struthers unless Maslin Perry pulls off a mammoth upset at home. Our house, to be exact. I don't want Maslin Perry winning, I'll tell you that. For sure, none of our dudes want Maslin Perry to win. In fact, I'm 100% confident they don't want him to win. We want to win. We want to win state title. And once again, as mentioned earlier, if there was one school, one team, one Highland team that was capable of winning states, I'd say this team's probably your best shot we've had since 2018. I know you might have said that last year, but St. V. St. M had other plans. The competition was a little bit weaker. The competition's been much stronger this year. We've seen everything. We've seen so many good teams. And of all those games, just a mere 2 losses. That is pretty impressive. A 12-2 record. We're just focused on number 13 out here today. Upstairs to Nick Dubkowski, is playing football for University Heights next year, much to my disappointment. But you can't say anything bad about that. He's playing college football. And college football is college football, and as much as I hate to admit it, oh, I think Nick went around there. As much as I hate to admit it, that school in University Heights has a proud tradition. Except they didn't make the baseball tournament. 3-1 to Nick. On deck is Luke Girding. Jalen Owens waiting. Here comes a pitch. Line shot and right to second, one gone. Barely time to react if you're Alex Estefan. So here's Gerd to the dish. Left fielder. He caught 2 balls back in the bottom half of the first inning. Won't have to hit one over the fence this time. He does have a home run to his credit this year, I'll say that. Of course, we exploded against Talmadge earlier this year. What was it, 20-8, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, 20-8. Oh, you gods. I mean, if you give up 8 runs, it's not a good thing, but I think 12 of them were in the same inning. They're going to peel down a first, 1 ball, 1 strike. 12 of them were in the 3rd inning. Good golly. I wasn't there, but from what I heard, it was straight up brutal. Straight up brutal. 2-1 to Luke. There's your pitch. As in there, I believe, 2-2. Yep, I heard the home plate umpire say 2-2. As Luke Girding trying not to be the second out of the inning. Wisely lays off. It's a full count. Full count here to Luke. On deck, Cole Fernandez as Jalen Owens is going to work fast. He's going to give up a ground ball to short, easy play there. Throw down to first, 2 gone. Nice and easy for Austin Vargo, the junior. Now here's a BWL jacket, folks. That's right. I'm talking about Cole Fernandez, the catcher. He's mighty good at his job, if I were to say so myself. Yep, he's going to fit right in with the program with that Mr. Harrison has done at the oldest and greatest university in America. Foul back 0-1. Nothing in 1 to Mr. Fernandez. Being ready to pitch. Cole Wisely. Nope, it's a strike. 0-2, rather. On the outer part of the plate. 0-2 here to Cole. He's waiting. There's a pitch coming up. Jalen Owens. Can't get him as that ball dances away from the catcher, Petrie. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cole still alive for the time being. Here we go. The pitch. Jalen Owens misses 2-2. Owens has 2 strikeouts. Reed has 1. That's through at least. And there's a ball that misses, I guess. 3-2. Hey, I'll take it. Who's on deck? You might be wondering. Parker Janikis on deck. Full count. Payoff. Walked off. Second walk issue today by Owens. Parker will come up to the dish with 1 on and 2 out, trying to help out the club, help out this team. I got 2-out rally. I heard we had a nice little 2-out rally last Saturday against Hudson. Hudson's got a good team this year, from what I've heard. That pitch misses upstairs 1-0. So to beat a school like Hudson, mighty impressive if I say so myself. Or they got turf field at Hudson. That's nice. That's real nice. You know, we got Cole at first, but the base umpire says no. Of course, once you get to postseason time, there are 3 umpires instead of 2. Fouled back. What is it now? 1-1, I believe. Rogus on it. On softballs at Revere today. Don't know what's going on right now in that game, but hopefully some good stuff. Lost to Revere by 1 on Senior Day. It's been a tough season for us, but if there's one thing I've noticed, is that we're starting to pick it up a little bit. And hey, I won't complain about that at all. Pitch. 1-2. This is a strike away from another shutout and 0-hit inning. That wouldn't be good. Parker waiting. Jalen Owens misses, and Cole hurries back to first. He is safe. Good. Brody Petrie tried to gun it down there, nearly got Cole, but he didn't. That's what matters most. 2-2. Jalen got, I thought he got him swinging, but just barely making metal on that one was Parker. It still remains 2-2. Will Rogas would be next, as it is a 2-2 count. Jalen ready. Hit high in the air out to shallow second base. 3 gone. Easy play there for Alex Estefan. Unlike the first out of the inning, where it was a screaming liner by Nick Dubkowski. So we haven't had a hit in the first 2 innings. We have been no hit this year, keep in mind, to BW commit Chase Clifford at Revere. That was not fun. I mean, I'm happy for the kid, but come on, it's always tough to get no hit. I know I'm the most paranoid man to ever walk this earth, but still. Gavin Miller leads off, followed by Will Gilberg, followed by Brett Snelling. Reed, as you might expect, returns to the mound as Logan's going to have to catch for him during practice pitches. As Cole was on base, he's got to get his equipment on, that's for sure. You know what they say, the tools of ignorance. No, sir, it ain't easy being a catcher. I've tried it before in youth baseball, and it ain't fun. Crouching down and having a bunch of stuff on you, it's pretty difficult. I could not do that. I'm pretty sure you all know I couldn't play baseball. I'm not good. I ain't good at baseball. I wish I were, but I'm not. Be fun to play if I were any good at it. But there's a reason why I broadcast the games, and it's not just to get them for free, as I like to say. Yep, you know what I like to say by now, ladies and gentlemen. Read on it. Looking for another nice and easy inning. Let's hope that happens. Because once again, when they have a Miller at DH, instead Dan Miller for us, it's Gavin Miller for them. Gavin Miller, he's a junior. He's up. Just shows Jalen Owens has 3 of their 6 wins this season. It's half their win total thus far. Again, Copley 6-13 on the season, 6-13-1. 4 of their wins have come in conference play, however. Miller watches a strike. That one was gunned over the middle, and he just took it. 0-1 right here. Getting ready. Ready, gonna let it go. High in the air, third base side. Nobody's getting that. And as I was saying, what was I saying again? Good golly. It's 0-2, Reed trying to get out number 1. Can't get it. Looking to match Jalen in strikeouts. Oh, yeah, we are in first place in the American Conference for now. As a pitch coming up here. 1-2, fights it the other way, foul. We are undefeated, or not undefeated. We have 2 losses in conference play. Roosevelt with 3 there in second. Of course, that game still needs to be finished. That 6-6 tie against Roosevelt. That's heading to extras as that one misses all outside, thus making it 2-2. And the other Roosevelt game went 10 innings. Yeah, that's insane, folks. But have no fear, we won it. 2-2 misses upstairs. Reed is in danger of giving up his first base run of the day. Will Gilbert waits patiently on deck. It's a 3-2 count. Kevin Miller getting ready. He's going to let it go. Not yet. Or Reed would let it go, but not yet. Timeout granted to Gavin Miller. Getting ready once again. Here's your pitch. High in the air out to shallow left. Nobody's getting there. That ball well on a play. Thus keeping it a 3-2 count. And after Reed had a pretty simple 1-2-3 first inning, this one may not be the same thing. Reed Downey just walked him. Will Gilbert's up. Gilbert is a sophomore. He bats left-handed, throws left-handed, and as you might expect from a left-hander, he's in the outfield. Unless, of course, he's first or pitching. But nope, he's in center today, Gilbert. So he's trying to get something cooking. One attempt, it's a strike on one. Nick darting in. Yep, on one. To the center fielder, Gilbert, who shows bunt again, gets a good one down. Reed on, he's got to hurry. He throws down at first, and I don't know if he got him. That's a bunt single. So now, after Will Gilbert gets a bunt single off, that means it's going to be Brett Snelling with 2 on and nobody out. Clearly, this is not going to be as simple as the first inning was. Leadoff walk followed by bunt single. Oh, dancing towards the bag as another bunt attempt. This one is a strike, 0-1. I'll say that's a good thing, but in the last at bat, of course, it started with a strike and then ended with a bunt single. So you never know what can happen. You got to be sure it's a bunt for a foul ball at least. Just get any of any sort. Oh, he swung. So now obviously he can't bunt. So 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Friedoni is on the mound. Brett Snelling is at the dish. And Snelling's going to take a break. Snelling waiting. Reed ready. Did not strike him out all outside. 1-2. Yep, just a good day. Sun beating down out here right now. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. 1-2 is hitting the air, foul out to right. Nobody's going to get that, of course. Reed's starting to have a workout now. And the bottom half of inning number 2. Earned scoring position for first time day for either school, but Reed got him swinging. 1 gone. 2 strikeouts apiece for both Owens and Oni. Alex Estefan's up to the dish. See what Alex has in stock. Hopefully nothing good. Hopefully a ground ball. That winds up being 2, hopefully. Pretty God that happens at least. He's got a big hole out in left field. I want to be careful about that. Is inside 1 out. Yep, Hornets looking for lucky number 13 this year and wins. Mr. Grissom, number 200 in his career. Swing and a miss, that's 1-1. I don't think that scoreboard over there is in operation today. Disappointing, I know. And ready once again, read only with Will at short. This one's hitting the air out to shallow center. Colton Winston can't make the play. He's going to throw it down to third. And Nick is going to get the out. So two gone. It's a glorified fielder's choice. Joe Owens looking to help out his own cause. So there's two on, two out. A good throw there by Colton in the outfield at center. You see him right there. Jalen Owens, the pitcher, number one. And right here, looking at the run second, and now the first pitch. He's got wheels. He had a bunch of singles. There's a sharp ground ball in the whole right field base hit. They dare test Casey's arm. Yes, they are. Here's a good throw home. He is going to score. 1-0. Throw down second. They didn't get him. Owens helps himself out. Which guess I'm not too keen about that. So now Austin Var goes up. Copley catches in the first run of the ball game. Might be one of those days, folks. They're still threatening. 2 on and 2 out. Thought Casey was going to gun him out. Couldn't really tell where the ball is with the camera. And of course, looking into the sun's not easy. Swing and a miss 0-1. I forgot by Copley's football stadium, the home fans are looking into the sun. And look, the sun's over there and home bleachers are right there. Never have understood that. Usually it's the opposite when it comes to football, amongst other sports, when you got your giant football stadium. That was newly renovated a few years back. Surprised they didn't flip-flop it. So strike, I believe it is, 1-2. Because there it's 2-1. Carlos Reed needs to get out of this thing. He won't get out of it unharmed, unfortunately. There's a pitch coming up. Reed looking at the run, second and Owens. There's a weak dribbler right back to short. Oh boy, this is not going to be easy. Throw down first. He got him. Nice play, Will Rogas. He's laying off the top half of the third inning with the good guys down 1-0. Of course, Will Rogas leads off, followed by Colton Winston, followed by Casey Miser. We don't have a hit today. We've been wide twice, but no hits. You know, it looks like there's soccer going on over there. That's pretty cool. Girls soccer, just judging by the looks of it. Even though there's a lacrosse net right there. Are they going to play with the lacrosse net over the middle of it? Not sure. Not sure. Copley's going to have to top the order duo up in the bottom half of inning number 3, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a good thing. Because, well, it is a good thing. They went down quietly in the bottom of the first, but still, it's the top of the order nonetheless. We need a hit like crazy. Can Will Rogas provide us with a hit? Let's hope he can. 9, and then top the order, of course. So 3 left-handed batters. Of course, Will bats left-handed, throws right-handed, so like myself. Excuse me. So Owens is going to have the disadvantage right there, folks. 1-0 Copley. As we are still in search of the first hit for us, at least. Coach Grissom makes his walk over to third. It's a glorious day out here in Copley High School. Last time we're ever coming here for baseball, as far as I'm aware. As, of course, next year being on the national side, Copley on the American side. That's going to be quite interesting to see how things fare. What if I sit down? Nothing. You got a bad view if I sit down. You got a poor view. I've been holding the gimbal with my right hand all day because it's hard to shield the sun when it's coming to your left with your right hand, right arm. You know? Hope you know. Well, Rogas leads off for the Black and Green Brigade with a sharp ground ball to second. Easy play, and the throw down is offline, however. Will's going to try to dance down to second, and he will on the errant throw by Alex Estefan. So first pitch swinging does not backfire. In fact, it works out in our favor. Colton comes up to the dish. Got the tying run at second base and ain't nobody out. So a reach on error. Excuse me once again as they'll talk things over. It's back to the top of the order. Second time they go back to the top of the order. So 3 base runners for us today. None of them have gotten a hit. And 2 via Owens walks. And 1 via a bad throw by Alex Estefan. Showing bunt ball, holding up 0-1 to Colton Winston. Yep, a good day out here in Copley, Ohio, Summit County. Well, it's second. Colton, will he dare show bunt? I don't know yet. What I do know is that ball, Will really thought about going down to second on that one, but wisely holds as Petrie blocked the ball pretty well. Can't do that if it's in front of the catcher. They're begging to get out, especially if you're not stealing. Colton hits one in the air out to left field. That ball is going to be dropped. It is dropped. A second error for Copley. James Wanderman out of left field could not hold on to the ball. Must have been the sun or the yips or whatever. Or the ghosts. Whatever it is. Regardless, he did not hold on. Casey Miser comes up. Golden opportunity for the golden hitter on this team. You know? Hope you know. Casey Miser waiting. Takes one right over the middle 0-1. So back-to-back errors have put 2 on with nobody out. Good thing Will was at second. He probably would have been toast heading into second had he been at first. Casey's going to ground one to second. Here's a throw down to short. There's 1 and only 1. So it could have been worse. Could have been double play. All Gray's got to do is hit one in the outfield. That's all he's got to do. He's got Will at third, Casey at first, and 1 gone in the top half of inning number 3. You know, the outfielders are preparing for a sac fly, and the infield's preparing for a double play. Double play gets him out of the jam. Grady takes 0-1. Regular out without a double play gets him 1 out away from dancing out of this unharmed, unless it's, of course, a sacrifice. Grady hits one inconveniently to short. 1 there, 2 there. Well, I told you the infield was preparing for a ground ball. They got the ground ball, and they got the double play. Cody Petrie leads off, followed by James Warman, followed by Jack Ureko. My goodness, we don't have a hit through the first 12 batters of this contest. 4 base runners, 2 via walks, 2 via errors. But otherwise, nobody's got a hit yet. And we're down 1-0 to Copley. Reed Oney is having himself a good outing today thus far. Might be a tough luck loser if things hold up. I mean, you're saying, Tommy, it's early. Why are you Why are you so panicked about this? I tell you why I'm panicked about this. You only have 4 more innings to get at least 1 run. Maybe more. Who knows? I don't. What I do know is that Petrie hit one out to Luke last time at the track over about there where I was aiming my camera. And I tell you, third conference loss would not be too kind to us considering the fact that we're trying, I repeat, trying to win the conference for the third time in the last 4 years, just like football. And just like football, we won 22-23 season, 24-25 season, trying to do a 25-26 season. It may not surprise you, but a lot of these football players, also baseball players, such as Grady Gibbon, Casey Miser, Nick Dubkowski, Jake Weber, are also on the both teams. We don't see too much Jake out there this year. Did have a relief appearance, did pretty well. I believe it was against Aurora. Colton's also on the football team. I forgot he missed most of the season last year. Cody Petrie leads off for the Indians, who are up 1-0. 1-0 in favor of Copley. Bottom half of inning number 3. Reed obviously going to stay out there on a sunny day. When the ball misses outside, 1-0. Brody Petrie, the catcher. An odd for a catcher to lead off. But he's ahead 2-0 now. That ain't good. Of course, hopefully something good happens out here for Reed. And that's not good. That's a base hit left field. Their third hit of the ball game, or is it second hit? No, second hit of the ball game. Excuse me. Wait, third hit, yeah. Third hit, I was right the first time. It was a leadoff walk, bunt single, RBI single, and now a leadoff single. James Waterman is up. 4, 5, 6, 2 up in the top half of inning number 4 is Waterman has the advantage off-hander against the right-hander. Might be playing for the bunt, however. Would not be surprised about that. I don't think Nick would be surprised either. He's playing close to the bag. Money takes the whole way upstairs. 1-0. Of course, BW saw where we're going in the NCAA tournament. We're going to Milliken in Illinois. I'll be this weekend. Should be a fun business trip for us, and hopefully we come out on top. We're going to go. Swing and miss. Throw down second. Got him. No. Good hustle there by Petrie. Breaks up the double play. Puts a runner in scoring position. Oh, boy. 1 ball, 1 strike. Can't run down work, but still, there is a bird right there, as Colton points out. That was funny. Good thing it didn't get in the way, as there's a bunt attempt right to Reed. Reed is going to throw down a first and get out number 1. Oh, no, here's a throw at the plate. It's 2-0. He didn't get anybody out. Grady couldn't hold on to the ball. Well, that was ugly. Grady could not hold on to the ball. No, he did hold on to the ball. He got the out, but he dropped it shortly thereafter. The runner still scores. At least there's 1 out, though, as James Waterman retired on a sac bunt. Scored a run from second. Coach Grissom wants to talk about it. It is 2-0 in favor of Copley for the time being. As Jake Ureko is up. Bottom half of the third inning, Reed. Wheels might be falling off him a little bit right now. Now, Coach Jay Grissom's still talking things over about everything. Don't know what he's talking about right now, but Trying to plead his case nonetheless. Obviously, things aren't going too well here in the bottom half of inning number 3. We're still waiting for things to resume out here as Mr. Grissom's still talking. Would be once again Jack Ureko, the first baseman that comes up. As of now, it is 2-0, 1 out, and nobody on. Now we're going to chat about things with the umpire at first. I don't know what they're going to do right now. What I do know is that I'm Tommy Maroon, WHBW. Yes, I'm going to advertise myself because I want to reach 1,000 subscribers before the Walsh football game on August 21st. That game, it's going to be in 102 days from now. So it's creeping up on us, folks. It's creeping up. Saw Coach Gibbons and Etling and Meyer today that were passing out the helmets for the football team this year. How about that? How about that? Can't believe it's almost here, folks. Can't believe it. Yeah, once again, BW's playing at Milliken for some D3 baseball in the regionals. Think everything just stayed the same after all that. So it's 2-0 Copley. Nobody on, 1 out, thank God. Only 1 out, though. Ureko comes up. So Ureko waiting. It's one of the 2 strikeout victims today from Reed, as that one's fouled back 0-1. Next, would be Gavin, or it will be Gavin Miller because there's 1 out. So we got the meat of the order again, due up in the top of the 4th, but down in a 2-run hole. It's not very good. High in the air, middle of the diamond, and Parker Janicus catches. Good thing that didn't drop. It did drop all right, dropped in Parker's glove. So nothing bad happened. Gavin Miller's up. Miller walked last time and scored. That was back in the bottom half of inning number 2. See what we have in stock out here. Reed needs out number 3. Let me tell you that. So far, things aren't looking too well. Strike 1. Of course, we did beat Walsh last Friday at University Heights 2-0. Getting the win and going the distance was Josh Butcher despite giving up 7 hits. I think he only struck out 2 as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. Miller's the batter, the designated hitter. Speaking DH, stands leading off the top half of the 4th inning. That one dances away. Oh, off the umpire. Uh-oh. Yeah, that off the umpire, all right. Never a good sight to see, ladies and gentlemen. As he's going to try to walk it off. See if he's all right. It looked like I'm in the right foot or something like that. 2-1 to Miller. As we're still waiting out here. Miller plays DH for them today, of course, as mentioned earlier. Inning number 3 looks like everybody's okay. That's always a good sign. And ready once again. Fires a strike 2-2. Inner part of the plate right there. So read a strike away from only giving up 1 run this inning. Giving up 1 run this inning, he does. 2-0, however, Copley's out in front. That's unfortunate. What's not unfortunate is that Dan Miller, Nick Dubkowski, and Luke Girding are leading off the top half of the 4th inning. What is unfortunate is that Jalen Owens has yet to give up a hit through 3 innings. And he might be halfway there, folks, almost. When does the whole "we're getting no hit" get inside your noggin? I don't know. I do know that it's been tough sledding today. Just 2 losses for the Hornets this year, both in conference play. One to Revere, which was a no-hitter. The other one to Talmadge, which was a tough 1-run loss. Got the tying run to third and could not do a darn thing about it with Casey, I believe, the tying run at third at that time. Okay, Dan Miller will be leading off for the good guys in the top half of inning number 4. Let's hope we got what it takes because it's been tough thus far. Good throw down to second, I'll say that. Again, we'd play Copley and boys lacrosse Thursday as long as if we beat CVCA in the playoffs tomorrow. That game will be at 5. I won't be there because I got to do the, what do you call it, Highland baseball game. And, of course, WHBW Radio will be doing that Thursday. At least I'll be doing an audio-only broadcast, rather. Dan Miller's up. Ball 1. 4, 5, 6. Never want to deal with that part of the order. Well, you don't want to deal with any part of our order, to be honest, as there's a strike 1-1. But Jalen Owens is saying, you know what? I want to deal with that order. I want to deal with that batting lineup. I want to shut them down. And he's done that right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good golly. Dan Miller in a 1-2 count. And he's drilled. So it's basically as good as a walk. 5th base runner today. All of them not hits. 2 walks, 2 errors, 1 hit batter. Nick Dubkowski represents the tying run. He's at the plate. We're trying to get a rally going. As if Nick tries to lay one down, Dan the DH at first. Nobody out. He does indeed try to bunt it, and he bunts it backwards. 0-1. 2 errors for Copley. We got 1, if I'm not mistaken. As far as I'm aware, 1 error. That was on a bunt attempt as well. Of course, both errors for the Indians were not on bunts. Nick tried again. Pickoff attempt. Did not get Dan, thank God. Looked mighty close. Always got to eye that pitcher if you're the base runner. Nick watches that one. He is going to see Dan take his time at first, rather. No effort to go down to second. I'm a little surprised with that. Also, a little surprised that Nick didn't try to get hit on that. I know it was probably going to drill him in the noggin, but still. Base runners are base runners, man. He went 1-2, and this is looking like a disaster of an AB. Nick bunted foul first time, had to duck out of the way the second time. Out of the third time, he can't make contact, but he's still alive because he didn't go around on the second pitch. 1-2 is found off the caging. Luke Girding on deck. There's a man at first. It's Dan Miller. There's nobody out. Like how that is, folks? I do. Getting ready once again, Nick Dubkowski. Wisely ways off. It's 2-2. Off a ground ball right here, Jalen Owens. He'd be real pumped about that. We'd be real frustrated, to say the least. No pickoff limits in high school, of course. You got Nick looking. So he's about halfway to a no-hitter. My goodness. Luke Girding looking to get us to break through with a hit. Top half of the fourth. 1 out. Ground ball ends the inning. Unless it's a ground ball that escapes in the outfield. Let's hope Gerd has it. Ball one. Dan at first. It was a wild pitch. I went to the backstop from Owens, but Jalen got away with it. As again, Dan's still at first. 2-0 to Gerd. We got Cole waiting patiently on deck, unless, of course, the old dreaded double play ball. All right, once again, the pitch. Luke's going to hit one hard out in the left center. Get out of here. Way back there. It's going to one-hop the wall, breaking up the no-hitter. Dan to third base. Dan's going to try to score. Here's the throw down at third. It's 2-1. Luke Girding really showing off his muscle right there with a drive out in the left center. For a second, that could have gotten out of here. I don't know why. Probably because of the sun right there. Whoa, whoopsies. Oh, boy, that's going by fast, ain't it? And so it is Cole Fernandez with the tying run at second. Strike one. Finally got the first hit. It was by Luke Girding, almost a home run. Hit it hard, but hey, he'll be happy with an RBI double. Slices the lead in half. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cole. If you can see it or whatnot. Yeah, you can. I'm good. I apologize. Oh, boy. Second hit batter this inning for Mr. Owens. Now Parker Janikis with 2 on and 1 out. As long as if he doesn't hit a ground ball, he should be all right. As long as if it's a ground ball that's not to short or second. Or maybe third. I mean, there's a run at second, for God's sake. So Girding at second, Cole Fernandez at first. That one's a strike to Parker. Parker, one of the many, many seniors on this squad. Gonna watch ball one. Luke thought about dancing. Cole thought about dancing, but stay put. So it is 1 ball, 1 strike in the top half of the fourth, where the good guys are down 1. And Owens just spun back for some odd reason. Probably thought the second baseman shortstop was playing back, but he wasn't. Fouled back, 1-2 to Parker. Parker's a mighty good hitter. So hope he's got another hit in stock. He was liking this, Redone. He's liking this. 3 base runners for us in this inning. And he's having a bit of a break right now. 2-2, hurrying back to first. Safe is Cole, and on at second is Gerd. So Parker, I'm going to get something cooking out here. 3-2, but a good block there by the catcher, Petrie. Who's on deck? It'd be Will Rogas. Would be next. Full count, 1 out. Top half of the fourth. And he just straight up walked Parker. Had him with 2 strikes, and now he's in a bases loaded situation. Jalen Allen's in some trouble now. Will Rogus is the batter. 2-1 in favor of Copley. Indians winning as they will have a mound visit, I can only assume. Top half of the fourth. Will Girding at third. Cole Fernandez at second. Parker Janikis at first. Again, 1 out. Number 9 heading Will Rogus, who reached on an error last time, is up. Wouldn't that be nice? We have another error out here. Copley's committed 2 today. Indeed, come to Alex and Alex Estefan. Everybody retreats. This is just, there's 1 man out. There's a good opportunity for Will Rogus, the left-handed hitting shortstop. Usually at second, but today he's at short. Will wisely lays off. That one nearly got him in the foot. 1-0 rather. It's back to top the order if you put him on base. This pitch coming up is a strike 1-1 to Will. Oh, would love to get something going out here. Anything. Just get on base. And game's more than likely tied as there's a strike 1-2. That ain't good. Yeah, anyways, we have the top of the order to follow after, well, if he gets out, but hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully his zone's 1-2. 2-2. Whoa. Bunch of base runners today for us. A lot of traffic. But only one of them was a hit. A Luke Girding double out in the left center. There's a hard hit ball on the right. Second hit of the day for us. Bases are loaded. This ball game is tied. Cole holds at third. Colton Winston comes up to the dish. And so Will Rogus does his job to knot this baby up at 2. Did go to Warman's way last time, and he dropped an easy fly. Colton comes up with the bases loaded. Cole at third. Parker at second. Will at first. 1 gone. Colton Winston watches for a ball. 5 ball is going to give us the lead, that's for sure. You would assume. Oh, that's a weakly ruled ball. First base side and foul. He fouled it off him, thankfully. 1-1. Take that every day of the week instead of a ground ball that ends the inning. At least gets 1 out, at least. So it is 1 ball, 1 strike here. Colton Winston wisely lays off. It's 2-1. Again, Cole, Parker, Will at third, second, and first, respectively. 1 out. So Nick Dubkowski's strikeout as that one misses outside. 3-1. And good old Casey Miser's waiting patiently on deck. Bases loaded, 1 out. Looking to get our first win of the day. 3-1. He walked in the 3rd run of the inning. And we are winning for the first time today. All right, gotta love it. Now Casey with a shot at busting this thing wide open. A nice little 1-out rally right now for the good guys. Let's keep it up. Parker at third, Will at second, Colton at first, and Casey wisely lays off 1-0. Looking to bust it wide open here. 3-2 in favor of the good guys. 1-1 at Casey. Casey is what now? 0 for 2, I want to say. Yeah, 0 for 2. He's in danger of going 0 for 3. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Can't kill the ball, just needs to hit it anywhere that'll drop. And we'll be at least up 4-2. Casey's going to roll 1 at second. Uh-oh, there's 1 at first. There's 1 down to first. Or there's 1 at second, throw down first. Well, it does cash in a run. It's 4-2. Excuse me for butchering that. I know Josh Butcher's not coming up. It's Grady Gibb. So runners at the corners. Will at third. Casey at first. Grady, who grounded out to a double play last time that ended the third inning. That means this is the ninth batter of the inning. We're up 4-2. Still going to bust it wide open. Casey's going. Throw down and in trouble now. Casey throw to second. He is safe. He hesitates for a second. Ball gets away. Here comes Will Rogas home. He is safe. And Casey's thinking about going down to third. He's safe. Wow. We'll get some razzle dazzle as if it's the Hudson brothers out here, isn't it, folks? 5-2. Yes, I'm a Family Guy fan. Fifth run cashed in this inning. That's some poor fielding, poor jobs right there. And it's safe to say this thing has been busted a little wide open. Gray would like to make it a little bit more, to say the least. 2-0. 5 runs thus far this inning. That's what we can do, folks. We can really burn you with our bats. I think it's 2-0. And the home plate umpire's or not home plate umpire, but the base umpire looking at something right there. It looks like they're going to swap balls. Looks like, he got 10 outs without giving up a hit, and now he's in a nightmare inning. 2-1 to Grady. Yep, it is 2-1 if I'm not mistaken. That one is going to that hit Grady? No, it was behind him. 3-1. Dan is waiting on deck. 3-1 says the home plate umpire. Are we going to bat around? There's one hit high in the air, foul, first base sign to strike away from ending what is indeed a nightmare inning for Jalen Owens. Started off pretty okay. It was 1 on, 1 out, and that just ballooned to 5 runs. And Grady tried to kill that thing, and he killed a bunch of air. But don't worry, folks. We got 5 runs in that 4th inning. It is 5-2. Yeah, 5-2. Everybody came up to bat in that inning, so you can't whine about that, ladies and gentlemen. Reed Oney definitely can't whine about that. Indeed, he's got quite a cushion now. 5-2 is up for them. I believe it's Gilbert, Snelling, and Estefan. That'd be 5, 6, and 7. 2 up for the Copley Indians. We're down 3, and within the snap of a finger, this game got pretty bad for them. Yep. Halfway home, at least. Most, really, or at least. Never know. Never know in baseball with the mercy rule or extra innings. Just never know. Good 4th inning explosion. Luke Gurney had an RBI double. Oh, Scott ahead. Colton Winston got a walk. Parker got a walk. I think we only got 2 hits that inning, if my memory best suits me right. Either that or Cole Fernandez. I think Cole got hit. Yeah, Cole got hit. We only got 2 hits that inning. A Luke double and, of course, a Will single. But it was good patience at the bat and good base running that got us 5 runs. And indeed, it was a good inning with patience. Yes. It is indeed number 7, Will Gilberg, to the dish. Guardians are playing the Angels right now. That game just about got underway. It's about 6 o'clock. Do you know where your children are for the last time? No, I don't, said Homer Simpson. Oh, boy. First pitch. High in the air out to the left. Who's going to catch that? Luke Girding. One pitch, one out. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Brett Snelling, the shortstop. No, third baseman, rather. Brett Snelling is the third baseman once again. Vargo's the shortstop. I apologize. The left-hander cooking in the bullpen right now. Ball one outside, so Reed's not going to have a three-pitch inning, much to my disappointment. So here we go, getting ready once again. Reed Oney on 1 ball, no strikes. There's one hit here out to center. Colton went back. He's going to have to charge in, and he's going to catch it. So 3 pitches to get the first 2 outs of the inning. Not bad. He's going to love that. Alex Estefan's up. Up Alex Estefan. He is the second baseman for Copley. Indians have 2 outs and nobody on, and Reed just fires strike 1. 0-1. Good pitch right there by the senior. Getting ready once again, Reed. He will let it go. Weekly rule to second, Parker Janikis. It's a 5-pitch. Or no, it's not a 5-pitch inning. He outlegged it. Weekly hit, and Parker did not charge in. That'll be a base hit. It's not what we wanted. Thought he was going to get him, but the throw was a little bit nonchalant. Jalen Owens looking to help out his own cause. He has an RBI single last time. That was out to Casey. The other way. Still 5-2 for us, in favor of us at least. That pitch misses well upstairs, 1-0. Reed Oney. Looking for that shutout inning. He hasn't had a shutout inning since the first. They nearly drilled Owens. Give up a run, however, that wouldn't be good, especially after we explode for 5 in that 4th inning, top half of the 4th. It's a bomb half of the 4th now. 2-0, that's how you come back. 2-1, swing and a miss. So if the camera isn't working in your favor, I'm staring into the sun. Never easy to do that, folks. There's a 2-1 coming up. Outside 3-1. And Austin Vargo would be next. Vargo represents a tying run. Will not be good if he gets up to the plate. He won't just yet. It's a full count. Run will take off. So you gotta ignore him if you're Reed or Cole or any of those dudes. Full count. Run will go. Payoff is almost going to drill me at the tuck away. Oh, he got him. He went around. I don't believe it. Jalen Owens went around. A good appeal there by Cole Fernandez. The base umpire all over the call. And that concludes the 4th inning. And the third base coach and head coach for Copley, not very happy about it, as you might expect. Ray Fantazzi. Yeah, I'd be pretty unhappy about that too if I were him. Not every day do you see that. But it's going to be out number 3. At least I think it's out number 3. There won't be 2-on-2 out as Owens tried to dance away, but while he tried to dance away, he went around. And with that, 4 innings are in the books, and with that, Copley's rolling with a new pitcher, I believe. Yes, they are. Looks like a... Where are they? Saw Owens wasn't going out there. Yep, number 7. That would be Gilberg. Will Gilberg. He's left-handed. So the question is, who took over at center for the Indians? I don't know. What I can tell you is that's going to be the same same part of the lineup that's leading off the top half of the fifth out here for the Black and Green Brigade. The meat of the order. That's right, folks. Dan Miller, Dobbs, and Gerd. 5-2. Not been fun for Copley. It started off pretty fun for them. I mean, they were up 2-0. And then all of a sudden they give up 5 in the top of the fourth and everything's going our way. You'd be happy too if things were going your way. So with Gilbert out there, you don't know who's at center. Looks like Waterman might be at center. I think Waterman's at center. But who's at left now? Beats me. Beats me. If this dude would turn around. Number 11, that's who it is. Number 11 will be Ian Ureko. Ureko takes over at left, I believe. No. Number 1. Excuse me. Number 1. Ureko's just throwing. Jalen Owens is at center field. I apologize. Beg your pardon. They just switched spots, Gilbert and Owens, from center and pitcher to pitcher and center. That's simple. Well, Gilbert went from center field to on the mound, looking to keep us intact and keep this a manageable game for Copley. Again, Dan Miller leading off. He's got the advantage, lefty on righty. Because we all know lefties are pretty tough out there on the mound, probably because you don't see too many of them. And then again, you see a lot at the same time, you know? Hope you know. Boy, Dan Miller, 4.56. Got hit last time, came around to score. He's going to lay off for ball 1, high and away. 5-2. Coach Grissom looking for his 200th career win here at Highland. I believe as a head coach, too. Dan's going to foul one back, 1-1. Yep, he entered this season at 187 wins, 124 losses. Now he's at 199 wins and 126 losses. That is not bad at all. In fact, that's actually really good. That's over 60% of your games. Gilbert ready. Dan's going to roll in sharply to short. Easy play there. The throw down to first is in time. So now Dobbs is up. He doesn't have a hit today, but you don't have to change it. So Dan gets out to lead off the top half of the fifth inning. So here's Nick. See what he has in stock out here. Gilbert fires a strike, 0-1. Again, top half of the fifth. Again, Highland 5. Again, Copley 2. Glorious sunny day. No doubt about it. And it's not super warm either. Fouls that one. Looks like the umpire's going to get. Good thing he's okay. So I think he's okay. Fouled off a mask nonetheless. Nick struck out in that, what do you call it, fourth inning Congo line. Love to get on base here, I can tell you that. 0-2. He's going to poke one in the air out to right. Easy play, 2 gone. 15 Miller caught it. Gavin Miller out right. So 2 quick outs now, and that means Luke Girding, who had a deep double on the left center last time, comes up. We can do something a little bit better this time. I mean, still a double is pretty impressive, especially when catching our first run of the ball game, 1-0 to Luke. Yep, Gerd is one of those guys that can burn you in many different ways. I'm surprised he ain't playing college football or college baseball. Yeah, he'd be good at that. Oh, 1-1. Will Gilbert looking for a 1-2-3 inning out here. I don't think they've had a 1-2-3. Wait, no, they have not had a 1-2-3 inning at all today. That is hard to believe. So in fact, that we've only scored in 1 inning today, but it was a 5 spot. Getting ready once again, Gilbert, 1-1 pitch, 0-2 pitch rather. It's 0-3. I apologize. What I won't apologize for is that the good guys are up 5-2, halfway through the fifth. Those kids practicing soccer. Of course, you always gotta do your thing out there when you're playing sports. It ain't easy. So the fact that we're up on the hill, at least compared to, the rest of the road and the rest of the school, I'm surprised it's kind of muddy over there. But it is. It's even raining as far as I'm aware. I mean, I get why the softball field at home's muddy. It's down on the hill, but this place is pretty high up. Look at that. You can see the football stadium. You can see a lot of stuff. I assume Reed's back out there. We'll have the bottom of the order due up in the top half of the sixth inning. Then we'll have the number 9 hitter Vargo, and then the top hitter Petrie, and then the 2-hitter Waterman leading off in the bottom half of inning number 5. Yes, sir, Reed. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers before that Walsh football game, which is coming up in 102 days, as mentioned earlier in the broadcast. That'd be pretty darn nice, if I were to say so myself. Yep. Playoffs are almost here, folks, for lacrosse. Tomorrow, we're taking on CVCA and boys, and then Notre Dame Academy in Toledo. And girls, both games will be at our house. Thursday will be some softball, taking on the always rough and tough Westlake Demons, but we have started to pick it up a little bit in softball. I will say that. And then, of course, next week, it's Massillon Perry in baseball, which I think, no, be the 26th. That'd be 2 weeks from now. I apologize. I've been apologizing a lot today. But as I was saying, that game will be played on the 26th, if my memory best suits me right. That's 15 days from now. So we got 1 more week of regular season baseball, and then we got the postseason. We are the number 4 seed in the region. At least as far as I'm aware, at least out of all the Northeast teams, at least. Austin Vargo leads off by swinging and missing. Bomb the 5th. At least I thought. Yep. Reed got it ready. Let's go. Reed's going to fire a strike. Nice job right there to make it 0-2. Good day out here. Looking for out number 1 to start up this top half of the 5th, and he can't get it there. It's upstairs. Like I rhymed. Copley try and get behind their fellow teammates as that ball is high and in, having a duck out of the way, Austin Vargo. It is 2-2. Reed only ready. That's a ball. My goodness, he's missing the target all of a sudden. Brody Petrie waiting patiently on deck. Nobody on, nobody out. Leadoff man here. Vargo down, swinging, one gone. Good job there by Reed, the man they call Sticks. It's back to the top of the order for Copley. Third time Reed's going to have to deal with the top of the order, as it is Brody Petrie, the catcher. Brody waiting. You watch strike 101. Good pitch by Reed. He's getting ready again, trying to work fast. His own one. High bouncer to third, 2 hops this time. Nick with a gun down again. My goodness, what a throw. Dobbs really has a cannon, if I were to say so myself. It's now 2 outs, and James Waterman's up. Waterman, one of the 3 seniors once again for the Copley Indians. It's not too many. We have 13 on our team. That's a lot. Swing and a miss, nothing in 1. Reed really rolling all of a sudden after back-to-back innings of giving up ones. He's been calm ever since. Looking for his back-to-back shutout inning. He might get it. No, he won't yet. But he's a strike away from doing so. Where did that ball land? I don't know. What I do know is that it's nothing in 2. And Reed Oney will have to wait as Wonderman steps out of the batter's box. Again, Cole Parker well waiting off the top half of the 6th for the Black and Green Brigade. That's going to come up now. Drops it. Nope. It's out number 3. Doesn't matter. Reed gets a 1-2-3 inning for the first time since the 1st. Hey, he's getting better as the game progresses, isn't he, folks? I'd say so. I mean, the first inning, of course, gave up nobody. Second inning gave up 1 run. Third inning, 1 run. Fourth inning, 1 base run. Fifth inning, 1-2-3. Let's go look at Ridgewood and Cleveland Maslin Road out there. It's like some kids are having fun over there on a softball field. I think it's softball over there. Just running around having a blast. Why not? Good day for sports, if I were to say so myself. Is Gilbert back out there? Yes, he is. The left-hander. Will Gilbert. Jalen Owens would be tagged with the loss if everything holds out here. He'd go to 3-4 on the season. Reed Oney, who was on the mound for one of our 2 losses, is in line for the win right now, so no whining about that. No sirree, no whining. Petrie ready? Yes, he is. 5-2, good guys winning. Of course, hopefully the winning will continue tomorrow when we play Copley in baseball. We got a pretty darn busy schedule. Wouldn't you say so, ladies and gentlemen? At least as far as I'm aware, a pretty darn busy schedule. Thursday, we might try to finish that game against Roosevelt. Friday, we're going to finish that game against Barberton at Barberton High School. I don't think I'm going to Barberton, folks. It's a little too far. Yep, you heard it from me. A little too far. So Cole Fernandez kicks off the top half of inning number 6. Gilbert lets it go. There's a strike, I believe, nothing in 1. So Gilbert getting ready once again. Left-hander set. He will let it go very shortly. Pitch coming up. This is 1-1. Good. How about you? Try and get a good view of the game. Yeah, it is. I can't really go anywhere else to broadcast. Yeah. Except here, of course, as there's a swing and a foul tip in the mitt. What is it now? 1-2, I believe. Sixth inning. We're up 5-2 on those Indians. Gilbert had a nice and easy 1-2-3 inning back in the top half of the fifth. His first inning of work. And he's going to retire Cole on a swing and a miss. So Parker comes up to the dish. Parker, he got on base last time. I can tell you that. That was back in that good old fourth inning. Was a good old fourth inning where we had 5 runs get cashed in. Screaming behind me. Gilbert fires ball 1 high and away. Good old game out here in Copley, Ohio. Not too shabby of a joint. 1-0. Parker down after that one. He's in a 1-1 count. Man, hard to believe, but the playoffs are almost here for everything, folks. That's going to be super duper exciting as the 1-1 coming up here. And Parker's going to foul tipping in the mitt. 1-2. They might strike out the side, perhaps, if he gets Parker out. He'd be one batter away from doing so. That would be good. But anyways, here's your pitch. 2-2. Good eye there by Parker. Will Rogas waits patiently on deck. Really, aside from that fourth inning, the offense has been pretty much AWOL today. But good thing we had that fourth inning. Otherwise, it's 2-0. Parker hits one high in the air out to shallow right. That ball is dropped by the second baseman. It is an error, I would assume. Rogas comes up to the dish with Parker on at first and 1 gone in the top half of the 6th. See what Will can do here. Will has a single to his credit, if my memory best suits me right. I think that's a 3rd or 4th error today for Copley. He hasn't really been that pretty. Strike 1 to Will. Copley has 5 different uniforms: pinstripe, silver, yellow, gray, and navy. Wow, that's a lot. Bonnetemp pops it up and gets one down. Will Rogas is going to be safe because the ball got away, and Parker Janik gets to third base, and all of a sudden we're threatening again. Another error for Copley. Clearly, they're not working on their fielding as far as I'm aware. You know what that means? Colton Winston back to the top of the order for the 4th time today. Trying to talk things over there as the Copley coach Fantazzi, but I don't know if it's going to be to any avail or whatnot. 5-2 in the top half of the 6th inning. Colton with Parker at third, Will at first, as far as I'm aware. They're still talking about it. I think he wants something out of Will, who may or may not have interfered, maybe? I don't know. What I do know is that Colton is waiting. He is just waiting for the action to resume, and it will resume. Colton Winston comes up to the dish. So now it is Will Gilbert working with men at the corners here and one out. Won't be surprised if Colton lays one down here despite Parker being at third. And right here, the pitch. Oh, he's going to swing and ground one right to second. One there and just one. It's 6-2. Colton does his job cashing in Parker. You know what that means? Casey Miser comes up to the dish. Casey has an RBI ground out today. RBI fielder's choice, rather. Excuse me. So we got another run in. No whining about that, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the first pitch, Casey Miser. Back over to short, easy play there. He'll flip down or go to the bag himself and get the out. Run does come in the top half of the sixth inning. We got ourselves a 6-2 cushion out here. So what is it, Thursday? Are we going to finish the game against Roosevelt, I heard? I don't know, because I heard Ignatius isn't coming.
I'll have to double check. I'll check.
Yeah, where Ignatius plays. Tomorrow's home.
Just took side reservation.
Oh, I don't know. I heard they were double booked or something. I heard Friday we're finishing Barberton. Are we? Yeah, thought so. I'll be at Barberton, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that would be at Barberton. Man, oh man. Yeah, not too much at home this week. That's all I know, ladies and gentlemen. Not too much home games this week. Just one, and it's against Copley. Who's up for them? Looks like it will be Jack Ureko, followed by Gavin Miller, followed by Will Gilbert. Reedoni looks like he's back out there for the good guys. Hey, that's always a good thing. Reedoni's a good pitcher. We'll have 3, 4, and 5 due up in the top half of the seventh inning. And in the bottom half of inning number 6, Copley in some trouble now. They're 6 outs away from losing their 14th game of the season, 7th conference game of the season. We're 6 outs away from seeing Jay Grissom get his 200th win. That would be pretty cool to see the celebration. A strike? Yes, it is. Pretty sure he'd love to do it at home, but I'm pretty sure he'd rather have it happen sooner instead of later. Swing and a miss, so too. Of course, tomorrow's youth day for baseball, so there is that. All the kids are going to be celebrated. That'll be fun. Just like watching a Reedoni strikeout's fun. One gone. Gavin Miller, the right fielder, is up. We really not enjoying this one after being up 2-0 after 3 and getting 10 outs without giving up a single hit. High in the air out to left, Luke Girding plays it on a hop, fumbles it. And he's thinking about going down second. Here's the throw down second. No play. So Will Gilbert comes up to the dish, the left-handed batter. It's okay. It's all right. Gilbert, the pitcher now, looking to help out his own cause. Miller's gonna get all his stuff out. He uses one batting. Everything's still all good. Let me assure you that. We're playing at second right now. Timeout granted to Will Gilberg. He's gone 2 innings today, 1 run. Sharply hitting Luke's going to have to gun this one home, but he will have no play because the runner does not try to score. Brett Snelling with a tying run on deck. Won't be surprised if Coach Grissom is going to pull the plug on Reed soon. He's had himself a masterful day, let me say that. Just 2 runs and a ground ball, mind you, ends this 6th inning. As long as if it goes to Will or Parker, I can maybe neck. I might be trying to go down a second. Be on the lookout for that if you're Cole. On deck is Alex Estefan as Snelling is up. Brett Snelling. He's waiting the pitch on 1-0. Becomes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on a very sunny May Monday afternoon. All righty. Redoni with the run going. It's a sharply hit ball. Nick fumbles it. He's got to hurry. Throw down to Gibb, 2 gone. And the runner does hold at third. So it didn't burn us yet, but Alex Estefan with runners at scoring position here and 2 out comes up. Again, 6-2, Indians lead. Or no, Hornets lead, I'm sorry. 6-2, Hornets lead. We don't want the Indians to lead. We want the good guys to lead. Is Reed on his first pitch go? Swing and a half miss. Half swing and a miss. 0-1. So the runner at third is Miller. The runner at second is Gilberg. Swing and a miss. Ball got away from Cole, but nothing doing. Reed a strike away from ending the 6th unharmed. I hope that happens because the tying run's on deck, ladies and gentlemen. 0-2. Fouls 1 back. So rare for me to do play-by-play this year for Highland Baseball, as I've been getting paid, of course, to do public address announcing. So there is that. And besides, we haven't really played too many games this year, only 14. This is the 15th of the year, 15th full game, I ought to say. And Reed just got number 3, Estefan, swinging. So Reed tight ropes out of danger. We've got 1 more inning left in this, baby. And it is a 6-2 affair in favor of the Black and Green Brigade. It's going to be the meat of the order, all 3 right-handed batters, and Grady, Dan, and Dobbs. Yeah, you don't want to mess around with any part of the order for us spot. You definitely don't want to mess around with Grady, Dan, and Dobbs. That's for sure. Especially if you're a left-handed pitcher like Will Gilberg. Excuse me. The Coach Grissom is 3 outs away from seeing his Hornets win 200 games under his watch. Not too bad. I'm pretty sure that if you had told a kid from Norton he'd go to Highland and be a great baseball coach, I'm pretty sure he would never have thought that. But that's exactly what's happening with Jay Grissom. But Copley looking to play spoiler in the bottom half of the 7th inning. As long as if they hold us in check, they have somewhat of a shot. I wouldn't count on it, but you never know, considering the fact that this is a good old game of baseball. There's a reason why there ain't no clock in baseball. It's because anything can happen. Grady Gibb. Lead off. Reed will have to deal with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Copley Indians, as the good guys looking to win again and go to 9 and 2 in conference play, 12 and 2 on the season. It's hard to believe we've only played 15 full games, because it feels like we should play more.
We've got how many in progress, right?
4.
Right.
4. Medina, Wadsworth, I don't think they're going to make up. Medina, they're probably going to make up.
And Kenton Barber.
Kenton Barberton, yeah, Roosevelt and Barberton. So, yeah, it could be 3, 4 more games, but still doing a good job nonetheless. Grady Gibb is up in the top half of inning number 7. We'll see what Will Gilbert can do out here. First pitch to Gibb. I think that's a ball, 1-0. 7th and final inning. A 5-run 4th has been the difference for us. Without it, we're down to our last 3 outs. And Grady's going to hit one out there out to shallow right. That ball is a drop. Oh, my goodness. They can't do anything right in the field. Ball, it's off the caging. As Miller could not catch it. Either the sun's been fierce today or Copley's just struggling to catch a ball. Dan Miller is up. On track, that's at least 5 errors for them. Ready once again. Here's the first pitch to Dan Miller coming up in a second. And here it is. Strike 1 to Dan. Excuse me. I was just trying to see if anybody commented on the video, and nobody has. 6-2, top half of the 7th inning. Grady Gibb is up at first, that is. Dan Miller is up at the plate. Getting ready once again here, Gilbert. Dan Miller waiting. Here's the pitch. What's it now? 0-2. Dobbs on deck. Nick Dubkowski. A nice little Monday evening now. All right, the pitch. Dan down swinging. 1 out. Bird made its way out onto the field. Look at that. Yeah, we've seen a lot of birds out here today in the outfield. Hopefully, don't get the big unit treatment. Had to say it. Thank you. Nick Dubkowski comes off. I think Dave Winfield did it too. Except it was a totally different thing. It was during practice. 1-0. Yep, there it goes out into well off the field now. 1-0 to Nick. He's waiting here, Gilbert. He lets it go. Fires a strike, 1-1. So Gibbs at first here and 1 out. Sun comes back out. Next down 1-2. On deck, Luke Girding. I think we only have like 2 or 3 hits today. It's been that little, but just been a lot of good base running, really capitalizing on a bunch of mistakes by Copley. 2-2 to Nick. He almost got drilled. Yep. Ready once again here, Gilberg. Sun finally not making its way out here, but it's definitely a little bit chillier. But Nick's down swinging for the second out of the inning. Luke, who has one of our few hits today, comes up. It was a double right around that neighborhood. Owens, Vargo, Petrie leading off the bottom half of the seventh for Copley. And definitely got to be frustrated with that fourth inning, because if not for that, they're one out away from spoiling number 200 for Mr. Grissom for now. Run goes and Gibb. Here's a throw down. He is safe. Good job by Grady. So Girding is, what now? 1-0. Gilberg looking for out number 3 here to Luke. And it's 2-0. Cole is on deck. And I'd like to remind you folks that Reed would be back out on the mound, I would assume. At least I'd hope he'd be back on the mound. He's having himself a dandy. 3-0, you know what to do, not swing. But Luke Girding's the type of guy that can burn you with his bat. So, you never know. Maybe he will. And I do know is that it is 3-0, Gilberg. Oh, he swung. About it, though. I'm surprised by that. Yep, 3-1 now to Luke. Young Cole would be next. Empty bag at first. Grady at second. Pitch coming up. Hit in the air out to shallow right. That ball is going to sit down in fair territory. Grady is going to try to score. Here's a throw at the plate. He is out. It's okay. We still got ourselves a 4-run advantage. Thanks to that fourth inning, we had 5 runs. And so Luke gets his second hit of the day, but he can't cash in a run on that hit, however. Would not be surprised if Reedoni returns to the mound to finish them off. And would you look at that? He is back out there looking to finish them off. Jalen Owens, Austin Vargo, and Brody Petrie will be due up for Copley. That's 8, 9, and 1. We'll be going back to the top of the order for Copley for the 4th time today. Coach Jay Grissom looking for his 200th win here in Highland. That is a pretty darn impressive feat. I mean, Coach Gibbons is going to get his 100th win here at Highland. You would assume this year in football, unless there's a catastrophically bad season, I kind of doubt that's going to happen. I don't want to count Coach Gibbons out, or Coach Grissom in this case scenario. Both are great coaches. Reedoni out there looking to finish what he started. Is anybody in our bullpen? Not as far as I'm aware. Jalen Owens, who'd be tagged with the loss today, will lead off the bottom half of the 7th, looking to help out his Indians. He does have an RBI single, so it's not really his fault, and he didn't give up too many hits today. Just a disaster of a 4th inning where he was hitting batters, walking batters, giving up a few hits, and yeah, guess it sometimes happens, especially to a potent offense like ours. Jalen Owens leads off. 8, 9, 1 due up for Copley. Bottom half of the 7th inning. And once again, Reed, he returns to the mound and fires strike 1. Good pitch, 0-1. Again, the good guys are up 6-2 over the Indians. Never easy against Copley. We're 2 hours through the live stream now. That one misses low. It is 1-1. This would also be our 13th win this season, 9th in conference play. That, my friends, is pretty good. Just like a read-only fastball that swung on and missed that. So if that ain't pretty good, that's pretty great. 1-2, read-only ready. Let's it go. Oh, buckle up, Jalen. He's down looking, one gone. Austin Vargo comes up to the dish. No, that ain't Austin Vargo. That's number 11. Number 11, that is Ian Ureko. Ureko pinch hitting here with his team down 4. Gonna need a lot of love, the Indians. That one misses, low and away, 1-0. Things are looking mighty fine for the good guys right now. We are up 6-2, 2 more outs away. And he just drilled them. That's not what you like to see. Brody Petrie's up. You know, as good as Reed's been today, he's only had 2 innings where he didn't give up a base runner. But hey, he's definitely limiting as much frustration as possible. He's really doing a good job. 6-2 still. Ground ball's gonna end your ball game. Petrie is up. Other bird on the field, my goodness. One misses along the way. 1 ball, no strikes. To Mr. Petrie, the leadoff man for Copley. He's getting ready once again. He's going to try to pick him off, but Gibb can't even tag the base runner. I think Vargo returned as a base runner, if I'm not mistaken. There's a ground ball. Diving. Parker goes down to Will. Will doesn't throw down a first, but we do have him down their last out. How about Parker Janicus right there, ladies and gentlemen? Getting his jersey all dirty, but he'll say it's totally worth it to get that out. James Waterman, their last hope. That ball should have found its way to center, but Parker had other ideas. And ready, his first pitch. Strike 1, 2 more strikes. Coach Grissom can really taste victory. And again, this would be number 200 in his career. That is really good. And that one misses a little outside. 1-1 to Mr. Waterman. James Waterman, the left-handed batter, waiting. Reed gonna let it go on 1-1. Ooh, he's getting a little bit squeezed, I suppose. 2-1, it misses. Reed looking for the complete game nonetheless. Still in the driver's seat in this ball game, even if he gives up a base runner. And now we have him down their last strike. That thing's fouled out to left. Looking to tuck him to bat. Reed on it. It's James Waterman, the left fielder, looking to play spoiler for at least the time being. He's got Petrie at first, 2 out. Reed is ready. Pitch coming up. Sharply hitting the whole right field base hit. So Copley's still with a shot. Ureko's up. What's Ureko? Jack Ureko. Tying run is on deck for Copley. Let's see if Coach Grissom dares to lift Reed. I wouldn't. He's having himself too good of a ball game. But you never know. He might be a little bit out of gas. Let's hope he's not out of gas. We need to see number 200 from Coach Jay Grissom. Not going to happen yet. That thing's found off the caging. 2 on, 2 out. With Petrie at second, Waterman at first. Bottom of the 7th. Good guys up 4. Reed ready. And we have now their last strike once more, 0-2. Coach Grissom would tell you, as much as he'd love to have number 200, he'd rather have a state title go along with it this year. See if it happens or whatnot. Obviously, we still got a long way to go. But anyways, 0-2, Reed looking to put him asleep. The pitch. Ball game over. Swing and a miss. Cole's got to lob it down to Grady, and that's number 200 for Jay Grissom. The Hornets take this one by a final score of 6-2. Everybody's going to shake hands, and why wouldn't you shake hands after that game? A well-contested ball game, but it turns out it's a lethal 4th inning that proves to be a difference maker as the good guys, the Black and Green Brigade, down the Copley Indians 6-2. And what a game it's been. What a pleasant treat for Mr. Grissom. He definitely deserves this one, no doubt about it. We'll walk the other way because it was super muddy that other way. Not bad for a Norton alum going to Highland and leading us to 200 wins at Highland High School. And he's just getting started. He's done in 13 seasons, too. That ain't easy. We'll get post-game interviews to follow right here on YouTube, actually, right here on this broadcast. Of course, Mr. Grissom's going to be all too happy about that, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to make it about himself. He never makes anything about himself. So we're making the long way over there. Because if there's one thing I know about Mr. Grissom, he doesn't like when I film his post-game speeches. So I will let him be for the time being, as the team is all the way out there. A 6-2 win for the Hornets. We go to 13-2 on the season. Copley 6-14. Tomorrow we'll do it again with these two schools, except instead of being at Copley, it will be at our house. Youth night. Youth day, really, because it's not really nighttime when you play in high school baseball, because there ain't no lights in high school baseball. You know that all too well by now. Know that all too well by now. Oh boy, I must have mistaken it. We'll just walk the long way. Bear with me, folks. Everybody clapping hands. They're happy about Jay Grissom. Whoa, whoopsies. Whoa. Yep, 200 for Mr. Grissom. Once again, he's pretty darn pumped, as you might be if you've won 200 games as a head coach at a school that's been oh so kind to you. Whoa, that's odd. I think I'm just having issues with the gimbal right now, as you can tell. Gotta take off the headset. All right, there we go. I hope you can hear me. Got my gimbal out. Or not gimbal out, but my AirPods off. The headset off, as I like to say. As the good guys have just defeated the Copley Indians by a final score of 6-2. Tommy Maroon here for WHBW. As we got to take a very long walk around. But it's totally worth it when you won 200 career games at Highland. The school that's been so good to him, so good to everybody. That is a Highland Hornet, of course. Good game, guys. Yep. Doing well. Good game.
Good game, thanks.
Yep.
See you guys.
Oh boy. Not meaning to do that. think it might be a little bit windy. That's the issue as I try to put on my sunglasses. Yeah, safe to say my hands are pretty darn full right now. Be sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon, WHBW videos, because it's always fun here at Highland High School, and sometimes we go to the oldest and greatest university in America, otherwise known as BW. But enough on that. Just a good feeling for the Black and Green Brigade having defeated Copley 6-2, and no one more deserving than Jay Grissom to get number 200 out there. He's talking with his team. We'll get to him in a second. Yeah, we're 13-2 on the 2026 campaign. That is pretty darn impressive. How are you guys? How are you guys? Yep. Excuse me. Yep. Fun game to say the least. A 5-run explosion in the fourth sparks the victory. We'll get to Coach Grissom as soon as possible once he's done with his chat. As we're still waiting for things out there. Nice and easy one. Albert, how are you?
Good.
Mrs. Grissom, how do you feel about 200? How's that sound?
Excited for him.
Are you
Very
on the
happy.
record right now?
Oh, he will be. It's. I would film it, but he doesn't like when I do the post game speeches.
Oh no, you can catch him. Yeah, once he.
Yeah, I wait. He tells me not to do that, and much to his wishes.
I think Mr. Brindle might get to him first.
Oh man. Well, in that case, I've been trying to stall a lot of time out here. It looks like we're gonna break huddle. Yep, there we go. Everybody all happy right here at Highland High School. Who wouldn't be when you win a ball game by a score of 6-2? My goodness. Just a fun day for us. A really fun day. We'll talk to some of these dudes out here who really did everything they could to get us to the finish line. That's right, guys. I will.
Give us PW, and we'll belt them.
Reed, how about that performance by you today?
We battled, power of friendship got me through there. We had some rough times, some runners on second and third, but power of friendship battles through and we won.
How do you get out of those tight situations, particularly in the last two?
Full confidence in my field. Mark made one hell of a play wherever he's at. He made one hell of a play in that second.
One hell of a
One hell of a play.
One hell of a
And then, trust my arm, trust the slider, and get some Ks.
All right, Reed. Good job to end that game. 13-2 is pretty good. Really, really good, if I were to say so myself. As we try and talk.
Thanks for coming, Tom.
Thank you, Will, as always. Who else? Who else is out there? Luke had himself a nice double out there. We can get to Luke. Luke, nice double that got our first hit. What were you trying to do with that approach? What can you say about the fourth inning and how we just did our thing?
Well, Tommy went down early, and I feel like we're very comfortable being down. And we just stuck in it. We stuck with it, and we got some runs.
Sounds good. Well, good job as always. A 2-hit game for Luke Girding. Bad day at all. Parker, how about that play right there to get them down to their last down? Parker, how are you able to sacrifice your body and make that play?
Ice bath about PJ.
All right, what can we say? How are we going to do it again tomorrow then?
Same way we did today, Tommy. Level 3.
Where's the man of the hour? There he is. There he is, right there. Mr. Grissom, 200. How's that feel, man?
I'm just glad we went 1-0 today, Tommy.
Yes. What can you say about that fourth inning explosion?
That's what we needed. We needed it. Got off to a slow start. These guys got fat.
Yep. And we still got a conference to defend. We are so close to getting there. How do we finish it off by winning?
We got to win tomorrow.
That's right, coach.
No, like we got Dan going tomorrow, which is awesome. And then we got the suspended game Friday with Barberton, so we got an opportunity to kind of at least wrap up a share by Friday at the worst.
All right, congrats on 200. Let's got more, coach. Let's got more. Tommy Maroon, thanking you for watching here on WHBW. Be sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon. And until next time, goodbye. We're from Copley right now. Hopefully this won't be the last one, as there's still some lacrosse. Hopefully they'll be played at Copley High School Thursday. But until next time, goodbye and so long from Copley.
Keep it safe.